Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be talking about my body and how I lost the baby weight without even exercising really. I haven't been to the gym in honestly years, but I'm going to share with you some of the things that I think helped me lose the weight. This is just my experience. Everyone's body is different. So I'm not sure if these things will work for you or what, or if you have tried these things. So basically I'm just gonna go down a list. I have a list of notes on my phone of some of the things that I think helped me lose the weight and honestly lose more weight than I even was to begin with. Now I'm actually back to what I was pre-pregnancy, but there was like a minute there where I was like a little bit lower than that, and I was like, all right, we need to put on a little bit more weight because I was starting to look skeleton-y. So I'm going to go through the notes and tell you guys what I think did the trick. I'll probably put some photos in of pre-pregnancy. I'll put right here, and then 9 months pregnant, I'll put right here, and then I'll show you guys what I am now in a little bit. So I have a short list. I didn't go overboard on it because truly I owe a lot of it to just being a young mom. Like I am 20 years old, so naturally it's easier for me to lose the weight and to kind of bounce back. That might not necessarily be true for some people, I'm not sure, but I've always been pretty healthy. And even before the pregnancy, like I said, I was pretty skinny. So now I am just back to normal, really, with a few minor things. Now that I have Layla and have been through pregnancy, my hips are like a little wider, which I kind of like. It makes my body look a little more curvy, gives that curvy look, which I never had before I had Layla. I was just like, and it was like boxy, and I didn't love that. So that was something that I was insecure about before, and now there definitely are benefits to going through pregnancy. Let's just get right into the video. I'm starting to ramble and just talk about whatever is coming up in my mind, but I have some actual things to share with you guys. The first thing that I think helps is coffee. And most moms use coffee. A lot of moms do. Some are tea moms, some are coffee moms, some just magically get by on none of the above. But I'm a coffee mom. I love iced coffee. See, I'm getting comfortable here. I have coffee in my little mom life cup every single day. I actually pre-make my coffee the night before. I like it iced. I brew a big old pot of coffee, of hot coffee, and I put it into a pitcher and put it in the fridge. And then in the morning, I'm all good to go. So that's what I'm having right now. Coffee is supposed to suppress your appetite, and I believe it does that. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably not the healthiest thing in the world, and having a bunch of coffee isn't the answer. But it is for me. I have a lot of coffee. Recently I haven't because of my wisdom teeth. I haven't really been drinking like cold drinks, and just really coffee hasn't been something that I've been going for because I was recovering and didn't have to like deal with Layla all day. So now I do again. So now I'm back on my coffee. It's kind of like my breakfast thing. So there are days where I do have like a full breakfast, and then there's days where I don't, and I just have coffee and then I'll have lunch. So that might not be the best tip ever, but because everyone says breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it sure is, I'll tell you that. But on days that I'm not just having my coffee to start the day, I will have like a bagel, an everything bagel toasted with butter. Maybe add some bacon on if I'm feeling like I want some saltiness. I'm not the biggest healthy eater, so if you came here for like healthy eating ideas or recipes or anything like that, that is not really my forte. You guys watch like some of my earlier videos from like a year ago. There's like videos of me at Burger King, like going through the drive-thru and getting burgers. So yeah, I've never really been that great of an eater, but I do eat. It's just not the healthiest, and that's something that I should work on. But for some reason, I just always end up craving chicken nuggets, and it's just a bad habit. Coffee definitely helps, I think. I think it definitely suppresses the appetite, tastes good, gets your day started, gets you productive, and that's how I feel about it. So that is my first thing. I'm not even gonna call these tips. I'm just gonna let you guys know that this is what worked for me, and I'm just sharing with you what happened, what I did, what I've been doing, and what I continue to do. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was this supplement that I've been taking for months. I don't know how many months. I probably started taking it maybe the end of last year. So it's called, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. I always feel like a dingus when I say this word, but it's called ashwagandha. I call it my ashwagandhas. Obviously, I need some more. There's like 2 tablets at the bottom here. So I just get this at Walmart. It's Nature's Bounty brand. It's for anxiety and stress relief, but it also is like a dietary supplement. So it also kind of aids in weight loss. Not that I need to lose any more weight right now, but this stuff definitely helps with my mood. So if you came here and you're having some anxiety issues and some stress issues, this seems to actually help and get you up in the morning and going and in a good, positive mood. So I definitely recommend this, and specifically the Nature's Bounty. I've tried several different brands of the ashwagandhas, and this one is my favorite. I just see the most results with this one. So definitely, it's an herbal supplement, clinically studied ingredients, supports occasional anxiety and stress, or everyday anxiety and stress, because it seems like I always wake up with some kind of stress. This, I think, definitely helps with some kind of weight loss. If it's not weight loss, it's just like getting your body to a healthy weight that it's supposed to be at. So I truly believe, because my weight has fluctuated so much over the past, I don't know, 6 years. My weight has fluctuated so much. Sophomore year in high school was when I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, which you can see I have a scar right here on my neck. And I told you guys in my last video, or in one of my last videos, that I would kind of talk about that if you guys wanted to know more about it. And no one said they did, but here I am talking about it. What happened was I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, which is a thyroid disease. So I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, and basically it's when you have an overproduction of the thyroid hormone, which many people don't even know much about their thyroid. I didn't until I was diagnosed with this. I didn't even really know what a thyroid was, but we all have one. It's like a butterfly-shaped gland in the neck, and it controls a lot. And I realized that really quickly. So sophomore year, I had a lot of weight gain. I don't know how many pounds I gained, but I know that I was very bloated looking and just did not look healthy at all. I had my thyroid still, so that's the reason why I have this scar, is because I no longer have a thyroid. I got it removed in June of 2017, so right before I graduated high school. Basically, the reason for why I got it removed was I went into remission 2 times, I believe, and you have a 1 in 3 chance of going into remission with the medicine, and I did, and then I went out of remission. So I was just getting really frustrated. The thyroid, like I said, controls so much of your body and just your heart rate. There was times in school when my heart was just pounding, and I would take my heart rate in the nurse's office, and it would be like 130, 140, which is like a newborn freaking heartbeat. A healthy heartbeat is like 60s, so I was like doubling up, and it was really just not a good time. So I would have to leave class. I couldn't focus on school at all. Just my focus was totally gone. My weight issues and all that. So it really controls everything. I decided at a young age, most people don't get their thyroid out this young, but I decided to remove it and just take a pill for the rest of my life. It's a pill that gives me the hormone that the thyroid produces, so I just need to make sure that I take that every day. And I do. I've been really good with that, but there has been times where I have been kind of crappy at remembering to take that. But now I'm on different medications. I have like a little pill thing that I fill by Monday through Friday, or Monday through Sunday. I fill with all my pills, so I just take them all at once in the morning, and it's not a big deal. It's just a part of my morning routine now. Why I even brought the thyroid up into this conversation, because I've been rambling like a freak. Once I got my levels all regulated and everything, I actually started to see my weight kind of level out and get to that pre-pregnancy weight again. And my levels have been great. I get blood work pretty regularly, and the past few times I've gone, they've said that it's been absolutely perfect and keep doing what I'm doing. So this is what my body is supposed to be looking like, which is nice because I've always been all over the place with everything, and now I finally have like a baseline of like what I know is healthy for my body. I think all women should actually be checking on your thyroid, and it's especially common in women to have thyroid issues. It's also something that runs in the family, so you might want to ask your family, see what's going on with their history and thyroid issues and if they have any or whatever, because I had no idea until my friend's dad, who's a pediatrician, actually noticed like the swelling. It's called a goiter, really cute word, of my thyroid. So I didn't even know that until sophomore year of high school. So definitely leveling out my thyroid levels and getting everything perfect there helped a lot with losing the weight. And I didn't lose the weight right away at all. It actually took me, well, now I'm 14 months postpartum, but it took me definitely well over 6 months to get to this place with my body. There was a while where I was kind of at a standstill, and I'll give you the numbers. So before I had the baby, I was 115 pounds. And then when I gave birth, you guys aren't gonna believe this, I was 170 pounds. So yes, I gained a lot of weight, but now I am 115 pounds again. So that's super exciting. And that just goes to show that your body changes a lot during pregnancy, but it doesn't mean that you can't get back to what you were before, okay? So we're all in this together, body positivity. I'm with you girls. It's hard to see your body change. During pregnancy, it's hard for some people. For me, it wasn't, because I knew, you know, that's what happens when you're pregnant. You gain weight, and it is what it is. I was more worried about what am I gonna look like after I give birth, and am I ever going to get back to normal, and everything just changes. I felt like my butt was wider, like I looked like granny butt a little bit. And now my butt's back to normal. So I don't really know, but your body changes a lot, and somehow it is able to regroup and come back for the most part, in my experience. Another thing is drinking tons of water. Stay hydrated, drink water all day long. We go through a lot of water in this house. I go through probably 3 to 4 water bottles a day, which 3, 4, 5 water bottles a day, which is pretty good for hydration, I would say. But I'm always thirsty, which is a good thing. Another thing that I kind of wanted to mention, which I don't have much experience on because I've said this before on the channel, I only breastfed for the first month. And that wasn't because of my choice, that was because my supply just wasn't it, and it just didn't work out. So my experience with breastfeeding is you're hungrier, you need to consume more calories to feed your baby, from what I've seen and from what I experienced, and also from what I've seen friends experience, is your appetite is like way up because you're burning calories and your baby's taking from you. I found that once, and you may think I'm crazy because I only breastfed for that month, so I don't have anything longer than a month's experience. And obviously your body doesn't change too much in the first month of postpartum. But with that being said, I believe that not having that responsibility to feed your child and nourish your body like a lot throughout the whole entire day was kind of beneficial for me because I was able to portion control and not eat too much, whereas when you're breastfeeding you kind of just have to eat. So I'm not telling anyone to just not breastfeed your kid. That is not at all it. Next time I have another baby, I will definitely be trying breastfeeding again. I loved it. I thought it was great, and I wish that I could have done it longer, and I would have been fine with bouncing back way later if I was breastfeeding my child and nourishing my child. But I'm just letting you know that since I wasn't, I think that it was easier for me to lose the weight, which is kind of contradictory because a lot of people say that breastfeeding helps you lose weight, and that could be true for some people. Again, everyone's different. Not sure how that works for everyone else. I just know for me personally, not breastfeeding, I was able to bounce back pretty quickly, I would say. Another thing that I noticed is the first, I would say, few months of Layla's life, I spent a lot of time in the house, and that is very normal for new moms. That is very normal for moms in general to just be home a lot. But I found that once I was able to get out more, go to the store more, do more things, I was kind of regulating my body and my weight way better. So definitely try and get out. I know it's easier said than done, and people would tell me all the time like, oh, just get out and go and do something, go take your baby for a walk and whatever, and I just didn't feel motivated to go and do that, which is another me problem that I had, just with regular anxiety and stress and problems like that I dealt with postpartum. I wouldn't say postpartum depression at all, but before the pregnancy, I had a lot of anxiety issues. During the pregnancy, none at all. It was like nothing happened and nothing bothered, like, well, you know, regular, normal being bothered, but nothing made me stress all day long. I didn't have that anxious feeling in my chest. I just lost all of that throughout the whole entire pregnancy. And then a few months after having Layla, it all kind of just came back in full-fledged, and that is why I started taking this and trying other things to try, and now I'm using essential oils to try and get rid of that stress, diffuse the stress, if you will. Pun intended. Like I was saying, try and get out while you can. Try not to just sit on the couch and watch TV all day. I know it's so easy to do that and keep yourself locked away from everybody, but the more you get out, the better, definitely, and natural exercise that you're getting, just steps that you're getting in, and, you know, it's important. You don't get many steps when you're sitting on the couch. So there's one more thing that I wanted to talk about, and that is holding and playing with your baby. I believe that because Layla is so heavy, she is 14 months old, almost 15 months, and she is close to 30 pounds. So she's a chunk, and she's long, she's tall, and she's chunky, and I am constantly holding her, bouncing her. She's a baby who loves to be bounced ever since she was a newborn, so I still just out of habit, and she likes it, I bounce her all the time, and I swear it works my legs, it works my butt, it works everything. I throw her up in the air, I bend down when I'm holding her to grab binkies and toys and all these things, and we're just constantly moving and doing things, and it's an exercise and workout all in itself. And I owe like so much to Layla just being heavy. Before I was pregnant, I had like the outline of abs, like the little ab outlines. I had that, but now I have like full-fledged abs, and I don't really exercise, but I exercise with my daily activities, but I don't set aside time to exercise. And I swear, like, somehow I got full-blown abs just from playing with Layla, like, all the time. So let me show you guys my body now. Like I said, almost 15 months postpartum. This is my body. All right, so this is what we're working with here. I'm gonna just fold down. All right, so I'm currently at about 115 pounds. And I'm like solid as a rock. I'm gonna do a little spin around. Pull my shirt down now. But yeah, so this is my body now. 15 months postpartum. Feeling pretty good. So I owe a lot of this to luck, being young, heavy baby, just, there's a lot of factors. But these are the things that I believe helped me lose the weight and get back to my pre-pregnancy weight and get this new body. Doesn't look exactly the same as the body that I had before I had her, so I think of it as a new body. And I also do have, as much as you guys don't see my stretch marks on my belly, because I don't have any stretch marks on my belly, but I am notorious for leg stretch marks. And even that sophomore year when I gained some weight, I get stretch marks all right in here on both legs. You can't see them, obviously, because I'm wearing pants. You're welcome. I get stretch marks, I do. It does run in our family to get stretch marks, just not on the belly. Also got a few small ones like on my hips and on my butt. That's really all I have for today's video of how I lost the baby weight without exercising. So if you guys like this video, then like it down below, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you in the next one. Bye guys.